All right, cool. And Chris, if you can, go ahead and mute yourself. I'm getting a little bit of background noise when you were inputting. But what's today? Happy August 15th, Tuesday. Excited, you guys. We got tons of stuff to cover. But before we get rolling, I want to make some official introductions. This is some people's very first meeting with us. And so I want to give you guys some blessings, literally. Blessing is here. She chose our team. She's been in the business for a few years, and she's decided to come home to us. So Blessing, you want to do a quick introduction and tell the team why you decided to choose us. Let's go. Let's have you start us off.
Good morning, everyone. How could I ignore the success and camaraderie and community of Team Fast? I've been stalking you guys socially on Instagram for about a year, and when I made the decision to switch to EXP in June, I quickly started stalking Elias to find out if I can join. I got my license in 2021 after being a TC for a year for a high volume team, and I'm just trying to get back into the swing of being a full-time real estate. I also moved out here from Chicago in 2020. So I actually don't know the Bay Area, and I'm looking forward to just getting involved and being a part of the community. So I'm located in Brentwood. I've got a 14-year-old son who is all about basketball. He's 4 inches taller than me now. So I need to get him out on court so that he can focus on that and stop trying to.
I love it.
He's taller than me, but I'm super excited to be in business with all of you.
Well, we're excited to be here with you. We're excited to be your growth partner. Thank you for choosing us. Welcome back, Denitza. We've been seeing your journey all over the world. It looked incredible. We're jealous. We are envious. Welcome home. I know that you are ready to get back to work. So welcome back. Good to see you. Do we have any other first timers on the call today? Anybody that would like to introduce somebody or anybody that would like to say hello and welcome them or do a quick welcome? Anybody? Going once, going twice. Going 3 times. All right, cool. We're going to move on. I'm actually going to turn the mic over to our Oracle. Karina, what is the quick teaching moment of the week if you do have one?
Teaching moment is to pay attention to your contract, top of page 3, where all the items included and excluded are listed. Or seeing, snafus at the end with the buyer walkthrough thinking that they should have a stove or a refrigerator or not have a stove, not have a refrigerator, whatever. It needs to be listed in the contract. If it's listed in marketing materials, MLS descriptions, whatever, that doesn't count. It has to be listed in the contract or addressed in a counter offer from the seller. Say the seller doesn't really want you to take the stove or the refrigerator or whatever, that gets handled in a counter up front, not the night before close of escrow, ideally. Please pay attention to that and let me know if you have questions.
Beautiful. Love it. Love it. Mo, you took yourself off of mute. Did you have something?
Zach has a question.
I think it's introduce Musa. I think that's what Chris is doing. So let's go, Chris. What's up?
Yeah, I just wanted to introduce Musa. He's here for a team meeting. And just wanted to introduce a newest SAC team member here for Team Fast.
What's up, Musa? How are you, bro?
I'm doing good. Second time in the office. Very happy to be here.
Awesome, man. Well, I will be in that office all day tomorrow. If you're going to be around, looking forward to meeting you face to face. And if you want to hop in the booth and create some content, we can do that as well tomorrow. But I'll be there all day tomorrow, spend some time with you guys. So I'm looking forward to seeing you and meeting you face to face.
Sounds good. I'll swing by.
Cool. Welcome to the team. Anybody else have any introductions or would like to say hello for their very first time? Brian, do we have any new people in the office? I don't know who is right next to, I think it's Anna. And I don't know who else is in the office. I just can't see.
We have Anna here. This is Jose. Jose is new to the team. Hello.
What's up, Jose? How you doing, man? Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
It's good to see you. I know it's been a little bit of time. So welcome to all of our newcomers. Welcome back to everybody. I'm going to pull up my screen in just a minute here. Denitza, I'm so glad that you were able to experience that trip. Denitza, quick question for you. Did you meet up with Cam while you were away?
I didn't get a chance to because she got there the day after I left.
Ah, wow. Okay. Here's the thing, you guys. If you have the ability, what's that?
We were so close. You didn't want to be.
Yes. If you guys have the ability to go and do something that lights up your soul and go and travel, then just go. I was talking to Cam the other day. Cam's been gone for 6 months now. Not all of us have the means to do that, kids and life and everything else. But if you have the ability to go somewhere and just experience life and travel, I just want to encourage that for everybody. So good to have you back. Let's get right into the slides for the week. I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to present. All right, guys, so let's do this. Let's go to you guys for community contributions. What events are you throwing? What events are you hosting? Agent-led events, community events? Are you doing anything to pull money and donate money to Hawaii and everything that's going on in Hawaii? And if you have family members that experience any type of loss from the fires in Hawaii, my heart goes out to the families there. So I've been seeing a lot of people do GoFundMe accounts and try to build up some money for relief efforts there. So does anybody have any events that are going on that they'd like to talk about? Any things that are going on in the office in the next week or next couple of weeks? Anybody going once? All right, Liz Serta, let's hear from you first.
Hi, everyone. I announced it last week, but I just wanted to remind everyone again, I'm hosting an event on August 23rd at the Walnut Creek office, and it's how to invest in beach properties in Mexico. So everyone's welcome.
Love it. Love it. And thank you for that reminder, Liz. Also make sure that information is in Slack and drop it in the chat if you have that. Let's go to Dan Sundberg. Dan Sundberg, let's hear from you, big dog.
All right. So as many of you already know, we're going to be doing a training on this new listing lead generation tool, Fellow, next Friday. I appreciate everyone who responded. We got like a ton of interest. Quick note to everyone, please don't hit reply all. My bad. I put it in the did not BCC, so that goes out to everyone. But this is a tool for those of you with databases of potential sellers as a way to re-engage and engage people to try to get them into your ecosystem to generate listing leads. So it's not a way of generating new leads just out of nowhere. You have to have an existing list to do it. But on Friday, the 25th, we're going to have an info session with the CEO of Fellow. Everyone can come. You don't need to sign up, just show up. It's on the Team Fast calendar. And then from there, once you hear the requirements and once you attend in person, we'll have 100 spots for the team, for the people who have databases and are qualified for it, to sign up and start using that platform to generate listing leads. A quick note, by kind of popular demand, we're actually going to be moving the time from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock so that those of you who are in the Intensity Bootcamp can attend that, go, and then show up afterwards, because that's super important. And Elias, I believe that's the last session of the bootcamp, so don't want anyone to miss that. So it's going to be at 12 o'clock. That'll be updated on the team calendar. You can find the link for the meeting and everything in there in the team calendar, and we'll have that updated. So hopefully see you all on the 25th. If you have questions, just shoot me a message in Slack or email me directly, and don't hit reply all, please.
Yeah, please. Don't do reply all. And if there's a message that needs to go out to the rest of the team about the way that they're replying, allow that to come from one of the leaders of the company. That way we can make sure the tone is the right tone coming to every single team member. Also, threaded replies. When you guys are in Slack, please make sure to use threaded replies, because then it muddies the water and it's super disorganized. But let me ask you a quick question in regards to Dan's comment about this seller program. How many of you in your career, and if you are brand new, then don't answer this, but how many people that have been doing this for a little bit of time would like to stop cold calling in some way, shape, or form? Please raise your hand if you'd like to stop. I think I see George's hand there. Okay, cool. So I see it, Aaron. I see it, Heidi. I see it, Donna. I see it, Ophelia. And thank you guys for the participation. If you guys want to stop cold calling, then the goal of yours should be to get your database to 1,000 people. Once you have your database of 1,000 people, then what you do is you constantly mine those people. That's why a program like Fellow goes in and mines your database of people that you already have in there. And through predictive analytics, who most likely to sell, they're going to start working those and find those seller opportunities. I talk to agents all the time that have been in the business for a long time and unfortunately don't even have a database, right? I'm like, well, how do you organize it? All those people are on my phone. Every single person needs to be in a database. And so if you're interested in being a part of this program, then what you need to do is make sure that you have all of your clients in your database. And if you don't, this should be a reminder to you. Every single time I meet people at the open house, in the grocery store, at my kids' school, I'm constantly adding them to my database because those are the people that need to be constantly worked. So the goal for everyone on the call should be to get your database to 1,000, and that will help you rid yourself of ever having to make any type of cold calls in the future. So I'm excited about this program. Dan, stay tuned, man. We're going to come back to you in a couple minutes. I have some additional updates that are important that fall in your realm, but let's get into new escrows. All right. So Kuhn is on a plane right now, heading out to Cabo to celebrate because he was one of the Hot Reel Summer winners. So shout out to you, Kuhn and Jen, for getting on the board. Ina got into contract for 217 and V got into contract for 320,000. So I want to talk to you, V, and here's why. V, we just had a conversation about you a little bit earlier. I know that you're here. Do you have an opportunity to talk? V, in the last 4 weeks, V's been able to put 5 deals on the board. So she has 5 deals in contract right now. And I think prior to that, she had 4 or 5 deals for the entire year. And so here's the great thing about this and what she's been able to do. I'd say this all the time. You guys could turn around your entire year in 1 month. You can turn around your entire year in 1 quarter. So V, we see you. Congratulations on everything. Let's just talk about this last deal, what the strategy was. And was there something that happened, or how were you able to turn it around and really, set yourself in a completely different direction? I'm super stoked to see how many deals you've put on the board in the last couple of weeks. So let's hear from you. I'd love to hear what's going on.
Thank you, Elias. Yeah, this one was a referral actually, and crazy story is that they wanted to interview 2 other agents at the time because they're very private and they didn't want to share their personal information. And the other agents that they do know, besides the one they interviewed, they actually are good friends with them. But their whole thing was they didn't want to work with their friends who are agents because of the privacy issues. So after I came back from Jamaica, they texted me and said, hey, we would like to go forward with you. And so after we did our buyer's consultation, they literally were going to wait for about a year to buy, mainly because they wanted a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, something way out of their budget. And their budget was only, they were pre-approved for like $350K. And I was like, okay, well, that's impossible. So let's be realistic. So we ended up talking more about getting a condo for now. And one of the things that they really wanted was at least 2 bathrooms because they obviously didn't want to share the bathroom. So we ended up getting into contract with something totally different. It was a condo with 2 bedrooms and 1 bath after all of that they wanted. And then we were able to get a $5,000 closing cost credit for them. So they were very, very excited. And the lender was like, we can close in 21 days. And then as soon as they got the call from me saying that their offer was in contract, so one of them was at the gym, the other one was at work. And then I'm like over here screaming and yelling for them because I know like how excited they were. And they were like, oh my God, let me go outside. But anyway, they're super thrilled about closing. And sometimes it's just all about like, realistic expectations. I know most of our clients really want this dream home. And sometimes we just have to break it down and let them know, like, sorry, your dream home can be in the future, but let's talk about realistic goals for yourself and what you guys are comfortable with for now. That can all come later. And so here we are, we're gonna be closing soon.
I love it. And way to just, stay in the game, because check this out, you guys. And I was just writing these numbers down. So right now, year to date in volume, V had 1.781900 closed volume. What she has pending is twice that. So she has 3,554,230 that is pending right now. So you guys think about that. You guys can turn your year around in an instant as long as you stay focused and you have clarity. So congratulations, V. Love seeing that. Great job. And let's continue moving on. And I'll go back to the slides. All right, guys, next up, the Spivey's. Michael Spivey and Pamela Spivey got an Op City lead into contract for $300,000, once again. Jen Oak is on the board for 375. And then Carla got into contract twice, 390 and 425. So congratulations to everybody that made it on the board in these categories. And let me just see who is on today. So Carla, I would love to go to you. 2 deals, 2 separate areas. So let's hear from you. What was the strategy? What worked? And let's have you talk about these 2 deals. Let me turn it over to you, Carla.
Hi, Elias. Thank you.
You got it.
So, yeah, so these 2 offers, well, I guess my strategy was like lots of perseverance and lots of patience, continuously following up with the other side, the listing agent. And I got those both offers accepted the same day a week ago when I was hosting an open house. I was sick with the flu, but I was still working, and I got a phone call from both of them, and I was thrilled. I couldn't believe it. One was a backup offer, and the other one was a counter offer. So the one for 425 with this client, I went above and beyond because this client is a senior. She doesn't speak English. She doesn't know how to use her computer, open emails, or even send text messages. So for her, I had to go to her house like lots of times and make her sign, in person, scan the documents, send them back to the other side. Also translating everything to Spanish and explaining every single paperwork, what it meant. And I even had to go to her bank with her to do the earnest money deposit because she asked me to do it, and I was happy to do it. She's very grateful for all my help, and I'm very grateful that I got the chance to work with her. I honestly didn't expect having a close with her because it's been very tough. It's been very challenging, but I guess everything is possible with perseverance for sure.
Wow, I love this story. I love how you were just there for her to support her and to walk her through every step. So congratulations to you and congratulations to her. Great job, Carla.
Thank you.
Congratulations to everybody that made it on the board in that category, and let's continue cruising on. Ray got into contract for $425,000, and Hector got into contract for $450,000. So congratulations, gentlemen. Let's see who we have on today. Let's see. Nope. And let's see if Hector is on. Congratulations to both of you guys. Neither one of them are on. So let's go to the next category. So Maria Dominguez got in contract for $575,000. Frida got in contract for $600,000. Elisa Beltran got in contract for $665,000, and Chris Barcenas, our OG, our veteran, got in contract for $675,000. So great job to everybody that made it on the board in this category. Let's see who I have on. Chris, I think I see you still there, bro. Let's have you talk about this deal, man. What worked? What was the strategy? And tell us what you saw from your vantage point. Let's go.
This deal was a referral from an agent in SoCal, and I did a Zoom consultation with the buyers, him and his wife, and their house wasn't on the market yet when I did the Zoom consultation, but they're expecting it to go pending quick. It had to be contingent on another sale, so I kind of went to all the new home builders and seen what kind of standing inventory they had. I found the perfect home for them, and first they weren't taking any contingent offers, and they're only giving 20K credit, but by the time I was done with them, I got them 35K back, and I got them to take a contingent offer because they got in right when they got in escrow. Because I just pretty much went up to bat and told them it's a slam dunk. The house is in good condition. The buyers are committed. It's going to happen. So I actually met them for the first time yesterday, and we got in escrow a couple of days ago. So it was one of those rare deals that were real simple because mostly they're pretty difficult. So I'm grateful.
Man, I love it, bro. I love it. Congratulations to you, expert negotiator. So great job, Chris. Congratulations to everybody that made it on the board in this category. So next up is Bill Geed. He got into contract up in the Sacramento market for $685,000, and Kuhn once again got in contract for $695,000. You're going to be seeing his name in just a second. Again, I know he is traveling right now, and Bill is not on the call, so we will move on to the next category. Joseph Chin and Ronnie Escalante got in contract for $799, and Peter and Dewey got in a contract for $802,815. Congratulations, gentlemen, to everybody, for everyone that got in this category. Let's see who is on. Let's see if Dewey is on. Let's see if Joseph is on. And let's see if Ronnie is on. All right, cool. We'll move on. One clap for these guys, and we will keep on cruising. Next up, Asura. Asura got a contract for $812,500, and then Brittany got in a contract for $820,000. I think I saw Brittany here, but I did not. Her name is not here. All right, cool. One clap for them as well. Congratulations. And we're going to keep on cruising on. Kevin Magna got in contract for 1.2. Great job, Kevin. Congratulations. Kuhn, once again, on the board, 1.3125 with Justin. And Justin is actually on his way to Mexico right now. So congratulations to everyone in this category. And let me see if Kevin is on. No, they are not, but give them a shout out when you see them. And let's continue cruising. So V and Martha, aka Lily, got into contract once again, and then Hamada got into contract for 1.6. I think this property was located in Southern California. So congratulations, V. Let's have you and Lily talk about this deal, what worked, what the strategy was, and how you guys came about this lead opportunity. So V, if you can take the mic one more time and talk about this. And I'm not sure if Lily is on today. You're muted.
This one was actually a very challenging one because our seller had really high expectations and they didn't want to take our advice of offers and, you know, the market and stuff like that. So they actually wanted to take their slow, sweet time. They are in contract on a new build that we helped them get in Roseville. So that's going to be done at the end of August. So time was ticking. And I want to say we've been on the market for about 2 months. And they really wanted this high, like I said, this really high expectation. And I went on to the Slack channel and I saw that Justin and Kuhn had a client looking in Alameda, actually. And I DM'd Justin and I asked him if his client, you know, possibly may be interested in how high they can go. And so that kind of started off the conversation. And so Justin and Kuhn ended up showing the property that Friday, and Kuhn and Justin were basically ready to write the offer for their clients. So it was a little bit difficult at first trying to get our sellers to accept the offer because it was still low. It was 1.315. They wanted something way over 1.4, which was not realistic. And so what I did in that approach was they had their daughter there and I kind of hit them with the emotional standpoint. And their daughter lives in Roseville and really wanted their parents to move out there. And at this point in time, the daughter was just like, can you just sell it? You know, mom and dad. And the seller, the lady was just like, okay, if you guys can only see my daughter's eyes right now, let's just sign the paperwork. So wow. At that point in time where I didn't talk to the mom and dad, to the sellers, I said, can you put her on the phone? And I just basically said, I know how much this means to you. So it's really up to your parents. And so, yeah, mom was just like, yeah, go ahead and sign the contract. Well, we countered a little bit, but that's how we got into contract. So it was a huge team effort. Kuhn, Justin, I, and Lily.
Love it. Love it. Congratulations. Way to pull on the heartstrings, find the emotional motivators. So really great job to everybody on the screen in this category. And then last but not least, Gary Lowe got in contract for 1.650. So congratulations, big dog, taking some time away from the baby to go get into contract. So we see you, bro. Congratulations. And let's go on to team stats. So you guys were busy this last week, 24 new escrows, over 17 million in pending volume. And it's just incredible to see what happens. Like we just rarely have bad weeks and you guys continue to show up. And I want to share some sentiment before I go to the next slides. And you guys, if you've spent any time with me, and we've obviously, if you've been here for a while, we've spent some time together and we've grown together. One thing about me is I really hate to lose. Now, I like to win, and don't get me wrong, I love to win, but I think I hate to lose more than I like to win. And so when there's this push of us being $2 million away from being number one, looking at our lead categories, looking at being number one in the Bay Area, number one in California, number one in the world for EXP, like that is just a standard because we, and I know Kenny too, super competitive. Like I just hate to lose. And so there's always this push and there's always this unspoken. And the reason why I want to share this with you is because I want to give all the spotlight to Dan. And here's why. You guys obviously know we have Zillow Flex. At one time, we had over 50 people on Zillow Flex. We had 6 Flex squad leaders, which, I appreciate all their contributions. But what happened is that we got so many leads at one time and we just didn't handle them the way that they needed to because it was a brand new program. And then we just started running everything based on data and said, let's bring in somebody that is a specialist in this that will run the program based on the data. And so check this out. A few months back, if we're being transparent as a company, we ran the risk of losing Flex. Now, Flex does not comprise a huge amount, but we're talking anywhere from 5 to 10% of overall company volume for the year. So it does make an impression and does make a dent in our overall stats. Well, we were second to last. We are on the verge of losing the program. We put only Navy SEALs on the program. We said, all right, let's just have a very tight little group. And as we get more leads down the road, we'll allow more people to get into the program. So the news was just released a few weeks ago that Dan and his team have been able to move their Zillow Flex squad into the #1 spot in the region. So I just want to send a huge congratulations to you, to how you're running the program, to the ISA department. You've been a pillar support for the company, not only in the leads department, beyond that as well. So Dan, I want to give you the mic, bro, and just edify you, congratulate you, and say we appreciate you and we see you and thank you for all of your hard work. Anything you'd like to say?
Yeah, I would love to say thank you. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the support from you and Elias and Karina and Molly and the rest of the team, and really just kind of giving, apologies for the barking dogs there. Just kind of giving me the opportunity to run with this. I joined the team almost 2 years ago now, and just kind of came in expecting to just do real estate. And I joined Team Fast for the idea of having a lot of opportunity, and was really stoked to be able to become lead scientist and just take this and run with it. But I also really want to say thank you to everyone on the team, on Flex team, on Obsidian Mojo, and on the different lead platforms for really engaging and helping to make this a reality, because we were super close to losing the program, and now we're doing really, really well, and hopefully are going to be able to expand the opportunity to a lot more people. So thanks everyone.
Congratulations, you guys. There's just a standard, and we're going to be moving into some newer analytic programs. We're going to be launching a program called Maverick, to where we're going to have visibility into every single company generated lead, all the analytics, all the disposition, where the leads are at, where they should be at, if they're in the red, if they're in the green, if they're in the yellow. So we're going to have this reporting system that's going to help you guys elevate and convert it to an even higher level. So if we're able to accomplish this now with not having a program like Maverick that analyzes the whole entire platform, I believe that releasing this new program, it's going to elevate and take us up. And even if that means 1 or 2% more, that means more production for you. It means more opportunities for you. And the better that you guys do on these lead source programs, it paves the way for future agents on our team that want to get on lead source programs. So you guys have a big weight on your shoulders to make sure that you're producing well, and it's all run based off of standard and data. And you've done a really great job in instilling those standards. So congratulations, and congratulations to everybody that's on the Flex team. More information to come on that and what the future holds. So congratulations, Dan. Job well done. Moving on up. This is really big. You guys want to spend some time on this. Congratulations to Christian, Justin, and Kuhn. Each of them graduated from our advisorship program, and they have now gone into a higher split based on their performance. So congratulations to you. Congratulations to JJ, or Jocelyn, Jojo. Nkosi, Tom Lee, and Jordan Reed all have now officially graduated from the advisorship program. So huge shout out to you guys. And as you guys know, if you're a brand new agent, you have to do 3 transactions at 50-50. Then from there, you go from 50-50 all the way to 75-25. So that is a huge jump. And congratulations to everybody that was able to accomplish that. And for some of you in a very short amount of time. Marketing resources, social media trends, assets, things like that. Molly, Patrick, anything on these topics before we head on?
Is Patrick on the call?
I thought I saw his name. No, I don't.
He just walked in. No, we call him over here.
No,
Yeah, if he has something.
yeah, I think he's, I mean, about headshots. If he has a moment to just do a quick.
Headshots happening today. There's a couple of slots left around 1 to 4. If you guys want to pop in, just check the schedule. You can still book it. I think that's it.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
And then real quick, we did slightly update the listing presentation. So just a little bit of the look, it's real subtle changes, kind of noticeable. And then High Note dropped an updated template in there. So for you guys that are in High Note, that's in there. As soon as I, finish some of the details for like congrats on being a new homeowner, the offer template, we're working on revamping those. So those should be out, if not by the end of this week, at the beginning of next week. So if you haven't, just tap in there, start building those out. And then obviously working with the marketing team because the holidays are around the corner, like literally at our back door. So if you haven't already started thinking about what you're going to do for the holidays, postcards, drop-offs, things like that, our team is working on templates that you can use. So just maybe start thinking about cards you want to do or what that looks like for you in farming. Kind of like the weather is probably not going to be the greatest, but just you should be thinking about that now as well as into spring when that kicks off as well. So we're working on some seasonality items for you guys that hopefully we can share in the upcoming meetings that we have following this week. That's all that I got.
Love it. You guys, in regards to social media, we won't spend too much time on this, but I want you guys to analyze the things that you're posting. I want you to ask yourself, does this feel super generic? If somebody didn't know me, didn't know anything about me, and they came to my page and saw this video, does it feel generic? Does it feel like this video has been said a million times by other people? Or am I actually doing something that is creative, that is different, and I'm displaying a variety, right? I think that it's important that you're looking at your content and saying, how much of a variety am I actually throwing out there to consumers and seeing what's really going to stick, right? And I won't want you to ever post something because you feel like you need to post something. Like really give it some thought, analyze that, and be purposeful about the things that you guys are creating and really spice some things up. Huge shout out to everyone that has been in intensity and recommit. I'm seeing a lot of new production come out and new content that's coming out. And so shout out to everybody that is staying true, staying consistent. And listen, I know social media is hard. I know it's challenging. But if you stay true to your cause, your purpose, your crusade, and your why, then it's easier. It's when we try to contrive something and post something because we feel like we have to post something, that's when it seems generic and it's false. So find ways to just be super, super innovative, be creative, talk about things that might be a little controversial. Those are the things that I'm seeing that are really winning right now on social. So dare yourself to get outside of the lines, and I promise you, your engagement will definitely go up. Let's talk about some events that are going on in the next couple of weeks. Molly, you want to talk about the new NHD program that we have?
Yeah, this was like Kenny's. This was supposed to be Kenny's spiel, but we have a new partnership with Click NHD. So we have reached out to the TCs that do work with our agents on the team and have created accounts, but it's just a new partnership that we have. Pricing seems pretty standard. Turnaround time is pretty quick. But if you're interested, you could just hit me on the side, but we did share this information with your TCs. If you have a TC who is interested in having an account created for them, let me know, and then I can partner them up with our rep.
Beautiful, beautiful. Appreciate it, Molly. All right, guys. So tomorrow it is going down in Karina's room from 12 to 12:40. Mortgage Essentials. You're going to be hearing from Ashley and from Jeff, and these are our partners at the Money Store. You guys have been seeing Jeff and Ashley quite a bit at Keep It Moving Group Coaching, and they just have tremendous value. They're great communicators. They put things away across in a way that are very easy to digest. So tomorrow in Karina's room, tap in, ask questions, be there, be present. I think it's going to be a really, really good session. So looking forward to seeing you guys there tomorrow from 12 to 12:40. All right, guys. So next week we are live streaming the Tom Ferry Success Summit in the office. So it's 1 week away. Make sure that you guys RSVP. I'll be in the office for those 3 days. I'm excited about this. We're going to learn some great things that we can apply in our business instantly. On Wednesday, we will not have Keep It Moving Group Coaching, and we might not have the team meeting. So hold on for more information about that, because we might postpone the team meeting because we're all going to be in the office. So I figured that's going to be enough coaching and enough updates for those 2 days or for those 3 days. So we'll get back to you on the actual team meeting, but Keep It Moving Group Coaching will be postponed for Wednesday. All right, guys, for all of our YPNers, if you are on the peninsula, there is a picnic in the park for YPN on August 30th from 4 to 6 p.m. in Los Altos. If you're in the peninsula, or if you're looking at building, better relationships throughout the Bay, this would be a great opportunity for you guys to go out there. And especially if you're committee members in the Bay East Association Realtors or for Bridge, it's just a good opportunity for you to go and meet more people. Molly, did you have something?
No, I was just gonna say it's open to all. If you're a new agent or if you're on the peninsula, it's always good to kind of like spread your wings and tap in with people, make those connections. It's free. You don't have to be a member. Free food. So if you're interested, just Slack me so I can kind of give them a head count. But they did extend the invitation to Team Fast and any of its members. So just hit me on Slack if you're interested in going.
And then talking about another free event, you guys, each of you that are on this team, if you've obviously signed up for your local MLS, you guys are California Association Realtors official members. So this event here, the Reimagine, is a free event in Anaheim. It's something I'm actually going to go to. And I'm excited about this event. So you guys can register now. The event is in September. So go ahead and hit that QR code. This information will be in Slack as well. But I definitely think that you should go to this. It's going to give you an idea of the new tech tools that are out, the new programs that are out, the new language, having important conversations about what's affecting the real estate market. So definitely would highly recommend that you guys get to that event. FubCon. Dan, you and I should talk. I definitely think we should be in this room. We should go to FubCon if you haven't already got your tickets. But you guys, this is going to be a really fun event. I always get great feedback about FubCon every single year. So if you have the ability to do so, also in September is FubCon. This is conference season, you guys. So for the next couple months until late November, there's going to be tons of conferences, even into December. I think we're going to one in December. But point being, is that if you have the budget and you're able to get to 1 or 2 EXP cons coming up, you have FubCon, you have Reimagine, like go and get yourself in these rooms, you guys. I promise you, invest a little bit of money into your knowledge, into your relationships, into building your network. And you're definitely going to see the ROI on it. So have some fun, go out there and meet some people, go out there with some team members, shake some things up. But I highly would recommend, seeing as it's conference season, pick 1, pick 2, then go out there, book your trip, book your hotel, and go have some fun. So you guys, that is everything in regards
to... One more thing. On Thursday, Fairway's throwing an event in the open office at Lunch and Learn about their 3% down payment program to provide lunch at 11 o'clock. Come support them. They're also going to be sponsoring our lunch at Tom Ferry the week after.
Perfect. Awesome. So before we head out, I want to send a huge shout out to all the people, once again, that are in Intensity and Recommit. And huge shout out to you, Carlos. Carlos had 22 metrics to hit for the week, and he didn't miss a single one. He has been super engaged. He has stepped up. He's recommitted to his business. So Carlos, we see you, bro. Congratulations on making that step and making that commitment to make a change in your business. So we see you, bro. Just want to edify you for a moment. So before we head out, does anybody have anything else they would like to contribute, share before we close out today's meeting? All right, cool, you guys. So I'll see you tomorrow for Keep It Moving group coaching. I'll see our recommit, intensity. And if you guys need anything, you guys know where to find me. So have a wonderful, wonderful day. Appreciate all of your hard work and all of your contributions this past week. Have a great day, guys.